So let's begin with our first challenge, uncharted territory. So the first challenge in this battle is going to be to pick a indicator that people might not be familiar with, and share how they do things, explain the analysis, why they pick this indicator, how they use it, and pick a trade from it. So let's begin with Santo, and we'll bring you up here on the screen with your chart, and tell people about your first trade. I know you want to focus on Bitcoin and CHF GPY, so Japanese
Yeah,
yen.
great.
So go ahead and
Yeah,
share
thanks.
your thoughts.
Yeah, thanks, Etienne. Now, for the first indicator, I don't technically use too many indicators. I only use the MACD to help with trades. But the what I'm showing you here is a Cypher pattern. It's a harmonic pattern. Now, there's quite a few good books and education on YouTube on how to structure these. But what it's showing is pretty much in high extremes of where extreme price, where it may find resistance and then also may find support. And the way you structure these, or the way you plot these, and you know what I'll do? Let me clear all the chart and we'll do it nice and fresh. And the way you plot these is using what we want to look for is generally there's a leg, there's an A leg, then there's a B leg, which is the retracement, the first level, and then we get this zigzag. So in the books of Elliott wave or any wave structure of an ABC is a three-wave pattern, or a WXY, which is a three-wave pattern, right? And that would be labeled an ABCD, which would be an A, and you have the B, and then you have that diamond C. The rule for the ABC is we have a retracement of the B, and if the B retraces 50%, which is if we look at anything that's in discount, if there was a Mercedes-Benz that was $100,000 in value and now it's selling for 50,000, I'm sure many people would jump on that to buy that nice Mercedes-Benz. Same sort of principle with this retracement. So you have a value, it drops to the 50% retracement, and for an extension for a perfect ABC pattern is it would extend the D at least 2.0. And you can see that 2.0 if we zoom in there at 2.0. And that's showing the major extension of overbought or in a premium. We can see it to the actual T, it finds resistance and then it falls. So now we want to look at where is the major extreme of the current pullback. And this is where the harmonic pattern comes through, because we have a Cypher pattern, which would extend up to our first A, our B retracement, can pull no greater than 1618. In this case, it's 1.58, which completes the pattern. Completes the C wave. And then we pull this back to an absolute extreme between 78.6% of this last major move. So if we do retrace from the top and the bottom, 78.6% or 88.6 would be the pattern completion, which we're seeing that now with BTC. So if I drew an extension tool, or a retracement, Fibonacci retracement, we can see that the price hovered around the 78.6, but it touched 88.6 to the centimeter perfect. And this is where that bounce comes through, and now we have consolidation of this current price action.
Cool. So you want to go ahead and show your trade and what you're gonna focus on for this trade.
Yeah. So the focus now would be to retrace. If we were looking at now this last D wave, and I'll change the color here to. We'll change this to our fib. We'll change this one. Sorry, I'll change this one here to our fib highest. So the minimum target for a pullback or from this bounce would be 38.2% of the Fibonacci of the last D. So I'm looking for longs now, and if we jump on the 5-minute chart, I'm looking for any longs now, or long patterns. I mean, this is like pretty vertical for a short-term time frame. But if we jump on a 4.15 or the 4, we are still looking for pullbacks to go target. And if we drew looking for pullbacks now to target the 38.2%.
Awesome. What makes you like these patterns? Is it like Because for me, that's not how I trade, and I don't really kind of like them that much. But what makes you like them? Why do you resonate with these kind of patterns?
Yeah, look, I'm more of a counter trend trader. So uh, most of my strategies, like in the ASX or the equity market, I'm more of a short seller. I tend to short more businesses than buy. And then also with crypto and Forex, I tend to be looking for the contrary of the trend. So I'm looking for extremes. So if I jump back now to the pattern, if we have a pullback and it's pulled back 80, the 88.6% of the last major range, to me, that's looking like it's exhausted. And then you look at high probable chances. Can it continue lower? Where it can continue to? And I just see more value when it does pull into these extreme levels for a bounce.
Cool.
I just gravitate to bounces a little bit more than trend following.
Interesting. So going long on Bitcoin, targeting around like 44,000, I believe.
Yeah, I'll be targeting that 40. Look, 45 is going to be a big level to cross over. We can see how price has pushed through and tagged 45, come back down, it's coming back up, it's tagged it again. So it is a pretty big level to be looking at, but I will be looking to target at least the 38.2% of the last major range.
Awesome. So first trade in. Tell me more about the Swiss Japanese yen. What you're aiming for in that pair.
Yeah, Swiss Japanese yen is more of a short-term trade. Again, we jump on a 5-minute time frame, and it hasn't hit completion of the bat pattern yet. And again, looking at a harmonic, the way the bat pattern is, we have an A leg. We look at the Cypher pattern. The Cypher pattern was when the A comes back down, breaks the top, and then retraces. The bat pattern, the C wave, does not break the high. It actually pulls back and fails to break the low of the A. And now what we're looking for is an A, B, C, D, which is what we looked at earlier, the diamond pattern, which it actually found resistance there and retraced. But we're actually looking for a move into the major, and the blue dotted line are just major Fibonacci levels, back into this premium, and then look for a short-term drop back into price action from early in the session.
Cool. So you're gonna trade the way up or the way down also?
I'll be trading the way down on this one.
Cool. Awesome. Very nice. Is this a pair you kind of like to trade because that's more exotic for a lot of people? That's not like
It
one
is,
of the
isn't it?
major pairs. What makes you like it?
Yeah. It is an exotic. And the reason I like looking at the Chief Yen is they both, and I don't look too much into fundamentals and which I probably should, but it's because it's all 5-minute and 1-minute trading. I don't tend to look too much into the fundamentals. The only time I look at Forex fundamentals is I might throw an economic calendar on and see if there's news that's about to break that could skew the actual pattern. There could be non-farm, or it could be GDP or inflation. If there is data that's upcoming, I won't trade that pair. But if there's no data approaching, the Chief Yen, from what I understand, the Chief is a safe haven to the euro, while the yen is to the USD. And with what's happening globally, it seems like there might be quite a bit of money pouring into the Chief and the yen. So I'm starting to look at, and you can see when it does trend, it trends quite nicely on a 5-minute time frame.
Cool. Interesting.
I think it's just moving
So
towards a catalyst. Like where would the catalyst be for some of these pairs? And if you can see when it does bounce or when it does flow, it will actually move into. It won't chop when it does chop around here, but it will tend to move if you're in the right trade.
yeah, very ranging though, from what I can see on this chart. So pretty interesting.